Hey everybody, Icy Cat here. Bartlett University is the new map that just came out yesterday with patch update 5.2. It's pretty big and confusing, and the best way to know how to get around the map is to learn where all the trapdoors and cameras are. If you're getting a little turned around, then you're going to want to stick around next as I show you where everything is. The first component to any good defense is being situationally aware, knowing how the attackers are approaching your building. Knowing where all the cameras are will not only help you keep tabs on their approach, but also show you what's going on as they move throughout the structure. Alright, so let's figure out where the cameras are. We're going to start over here in the second floor vista hallway. We are directly above this like two-story fireplace unit for a point of reference. If we come down this hall, right up here in the corner is where we'll have our first camera, and this is actually the second floor compass hallway it's called. Just off to the side here we have the front office room. And then over here, we've got the classroom. There's also a trap door right over here. So if we take a look at what that looks like from the defender camera viewpoint, we can start over here with this window if they try to breach through there. That's the second floor classroom. Back behind this pillar right here is the trap door on the other side. Then this is the second floor compass hallway and the vista hallway. So that's that fireplace back there. And then this is the door where we were saying the front office is. Now, directly from this camera, our next closest one is going to be straight across here. Again, this is the fireplace, and if we look just to the left of that, it's going to be down there. Let's just real quick hop over here. And the camera is right here underneath the railing, and this is going to allow us to see anybody that might be coming down through the archway hall from the lobby or from the side here. We also will get a vantage point from anybody coming through the lower library area and a little bit on top. So let's see what that looks like. So here's the camera perspective. We can come all the way over here. There is also a window right next to where I'm standing there. It's actually behind me. So if they breach through that window, you'll be able to see it. There's the archway on the right there that goes into the lower library. Then back behind this center pillar here is the T-junction where we have the lobby hall or the archway hall. And we can see if they're running across the second floor vista hallway crosswalk up there. The next camera position is right down this hallway, so we're going to come through into the lobby. This is the main front door. Let me just rip this down so we have a good frame of reference. So this is right where you'd be coming in if you were breaching as an attacker from this side. And just to our left as you come in is where the next camera is. So we're right down from the fireplace to the left of this first front door. And this is going to allow us to see what's happening in the reading room. And we're going to be able to get an angle on the coat room and obviously the front door here. So let's just take a look at that real quick. So from the camera's point of view, let's just look straight down. So you can see I've got this breachable window here to my right. We can watch that. There's a doorway that can be breached over there. Then we've got the coat room entrance and the lobby hall. Then we can kind of pan over. By the way, there's right up above this corner here, above that light is where that trap door was that we were talking about earlier. So that'll drop down there. If they do, you can see them. And then this is the entrance to the reading room on the left here. So we can go all the way to this side and then pan across to the coat room front entrance area and down to this window. The next camera position in the rotation is going to be located back in the dining room. This is on the north side of the building and would be the first room you would come to if you came from the courtyard spawn if you're an attacker, the room with the giant skylight over it. And as we come through this arch here, it's actually right up here in the corner of this room. What that's going to allow us to do is see what's happening in this back central hallway if anybody crosses through there. And we can also see a little bit into the service room as well as anybody that comes into the dining room proper. Let's take a look and see what we have for that camera angle. So we can see a little bit up into the skylight if they cross on the opposite corner there. We can see these windows if they breach in through here. We'll be able to, kind of see anybody that might be hanging out in this area. So this area back in the far distance there is going to be the central hallway. The stairs are just clipped by that wall, but the stairs are right on the other side of that if they run up. And then we can see the entrance to that side service room, although we can't actually see into it. The next camera in our rotation is going to be the main gate camera. This is actually the first of the exterior cameras here, so we're just going to run out the front door and get this annoying detected message. But it's right up here on this pole next to this large gate, just right up here, and will allow you to keep a vantage point of anybody crossing this whole area here. And let's just take a look at that real quick. So here we are with the gate on this side, and spawn is just to the left here. I can't. This is as far left as I can pan, but to the left of that corner of that building is where you'll spawn, or you might spawn further down on the other side of that tree. And you'd have to cross this area here, and they'd be able to see you as you come up to these. You can tag through these branches, even if you can't see them. So if you scan, you might achieve a tag anyway. And this is where this is the first exterior camera. Let me show you where this is in relation to the spawns. If you start in the attacker spawns for main gate, you'll begin over here. So if you wanted to take that camera out, you would come around this corner, and you would probably go right through this gate usually. But if you actually came around to the side, it's right up on top here. Or if you did come through the gate, then just kind of remember to turn and get an angle on it right there, so that you could get that if you came through this way. Now let's go back to the other one that is from the courtyard spawn. And again, if you did shoot that from that position, you could be seen making that approach. Otherwise, if you can get it from that left side there, you might not be able to be spotted before you manage to take it out. Now let's take a look at our other one. This is the parking exterior camera, so this would be the one that is more relevant if you're starting in the courtyard spawn. If you're an attacker, you're going to want to watch for this one. Right on top of the pole here, and this is going to allow defenders to keep an eye on anybody that might be coming up through that side street, anybody approaching these back windows up on top of the skylight here, and a little bit into this parking lane, as well as if they try to run up these stairs for the approach here. So if here, let's just take a look at this camera. So if you are on this position, it will be on the far left here. This is as far left as I can pan, so you can see that corner. We can keep an eye on the two windows that are right there. You can pan over and see the skylight and the windows that are on that side. And then you can see pretty much straight down the street if anybody crosses to run up those stairs that are over there. There is, and we'll get into this in a moment, but there is a trap door on the roof. It's just right at the upper edge of the screen there. And at least if they're kind of running around up top, you could get that motion even if you can't see them too well. If you are an attacker, you will begin in the courtyard in approximately this spawn position over here. So when you come out through this side tunnel, it's going to be right on your left, and that's where you can take out that first exterior camera. From cameras, let's move to trapdoors. And we actually have a total of 7 trapdoors in this building. The first one is actually going to be a roof access. So let's begin there. We'll come into the back of the exterior parking zone and just come up this rappel line twice until we're on top of the roof. And it's going to be right here on the side. So as the roof slopes down, and you can come over from this front side too, maybe you came up the side of the building there, but it's just from the skylight here. It's right over here in the corner. And we'll go ahead and pop that open, and then we can drop down into the second floor vista hallway. This is right off the model room, so if you had an objective that was maybe located in the trophy room or over here, you know, maybe in the rowing museum, any of these rooms you'll be able to get quick access to from this spot. Or you could also come straight down this hallway, and we have the stairs that go down, or we can wrap around to the side here. All the rest of the other 6 trapdoors are up on the top floor from here. So we are now in the second floor trophy room. This is our first one, and we'll just come over here into the corner, pop that trapdoor, and this will put us into the back room and the kitchen. This is actually the first floor pantry. If your objective is in the kitchen, this is a fast way to get into that area. Now let's just double back up those steps again. Come through the piano room and back upstairs. Okay, from this trapdoor, then we're going to come over here into the second floor. This is the model room. And this one, if you pop this open, you're going to be looking straight down into the first floor lounge room. So this is just at the base of the piano room stairs. And you could come through here kind of quickly. And let's just get back up the steps here. And we'll come back around. So now that's our first 3 trapdoors. So from there, we will come around and go down this hallway here. Let me make sure I didn't pass one. There it is. This is the second floor front office. So actually the faster way to get from that last one, this was the last trapdoor we just did. So we can come through here And this is kind of one of the windows that are common to come through. And we could come around the corner here. This is the front office right behind the desk. And pop that open. This is a really good one if you're a defender, because you can camp this window and they will often come through this window. They will breach. You got to be careful that they don't come through this one on you while you're looking at it, but that's a good one to camp as a defender. Otherwise, as an attacker, you can drop down, and this puts you just in the other half of the room. There's actually 2 trapdoors in the same room. So if they're kind of holed up in here for any reason, you can get some good lines on them. Otherwise, if they breach through this window or breach through this window, you can also kind of get some cross shots going on. So let's get back upstairs again. We'll just kind of run through here. Now we've got this one directly above the piano room. I don't want to forget this one. So piano room, because there's the piano there with the stairs. And if you wanted to, you could go ahead and open this one up. You can do, as a defender, some good things here. They will sometimes come through this window. It's a common breach window, and so you can keep a good line of sight on it from here. Right now, here, let me show you this. There's a little bit of a glitch right now. This wood floor, you should be able to breach it, and yet for some reason, it doesn't. You can shoot through it, but like, I'm just not able to punch through this at all. And right now, that's a glitch. In other sections of the floor, you totally can. I'm kind of low on shotgun rounds, so I'm not going to waste it to show you. But just be aware that you can't punch through that floor right now. There's some kind of a problem there, and hopefully that'll get fixed in a future update. All right, so let's just come back through here. And so this is the office one that we were showing before. And now we'll go back to one of the trapdoors we were talking about earlier. So this is in the second floor compass hallway, front office, and that's where the classroom was. So we've got that camera up there in the corner. And so this was the one that was right behind this pillar that you couldn't get a line on it, but if they're like floating around in here, you'll see them. And this trapdoor will just open on the first floor lobby. So if they came in through that door, you could maybe camp a good line on them. It doesn't really look right onto it, but you can if they're going to rush in there and set up a position, maybe you can get the drop on them. Or you can use it as maybe, if you're playing as Caveta and you want to drop down behind them, it's a good spot. You can see a little bit when they come through, but it's not a lot, so be careful of that angle. Next one is if we come through here into the classroom. So right here in the corner, we'll just pop that one. So again, second floor classroom. We've got a breach point here on this window if you came through as an attacker. There's also an attacker window here if you came up on the side of the building instead. Then you could get to this trapdoor, and this would put us, we have an objective in here this time, right down into the first floor reading room. So this would be a good way to get in on that. And you can also, let me just run up the stairs here and show you, if you're a defender and you want to use that trapdoor, you can sort of keep an eye on the one window that's over there. Again, it's kind of a common one for the offense to hop through, so you can sort of intercept them if they're not careful and looking for that window. Well, that wraps up the first of our videos on the Bartlett University map walkthrough. We'll also be doing some other entries in this series, like best murder hole spots and best drone positions, so be sure to keep an eye out for those too. As always, if you want to stay up to date on all the latest news and information for Rainbow Six Siege, then please like and subscribe. You can also follow me over at IcyCat25 on either Facebook or Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.